Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers, and Swindon Town just scored with literally the last touch of the game to send this game into extra time. We're in the playoff semifinals. If they win this game, they go to Wembley. The Brentford fans were literally singing, "Que sera, sera, whatever will be, we're going to Wembley." And no, not yet, friends. Wow, the intensity is palpable. I'm having some trouble getting over it. Oh, this is just bananas. Okay, my heart is racing today. The Swoodilypoopers, not the Swindon Town Robins, who I'm watching on my computer right now. The Swoodilypoopers are going to be playing Yeovil Town, who, by the way, is the very same team that the Swoodilypoopers, the IRL Swindon, will face if they win this this miracle game. Okay. I can't believe it's going to extra time. Poor Brentford fans. They must be suffering tremendously. The only reason that Brentford weren't automatically promoted in the first place, by the way, is because they missed a penalty in the last seconds of the previous, their last game of the season. It was insanity. If you don't like soccer, you really should just like it for the last week of the League One season, because, man, is it high quality. Today I'm going to talk about my opinion about whether minors should be allowed to do various things. But first, I'm going to have to find a way to tackle Yeovil Town. Yeovil Town! Oh, that was huge. That was oh, green eggs and Fotheringham. Okay. What am I talking? I'm very stressed out right now, Meredith. There are a lot of things happening. I got to say, the Swoodilypoopers have been playing terribly, and it might be because half of me is paying attention to what the Swindon Town Robins are up to. And I'm sorry for recording these all back to back, but I have to because I am going to have a human child. Oh, to ball John Green. And then to your husband, please. Oh, with a beautiful back heel, but it comes to nothing like so much beautiful effort in this world. What am I talking about? I'm talking about whether minors should be allowed to do various things. Starting with skydiving. No, minors should not be allowed to skydive. That should be obvious. I'm not even totally clear on whether adults should be allowed to skydive, but I know for a fact that you shouldn't be allowed to do that until you're at least 18, because your brain does not have the capacity to make long-term permanent decisions like I want to spend seven micromorts falling out of a freaking airplane. By the way, for those of you who don't know, a micromort is a 1 in a million chance of dying. Skydiving is 7 micromorts, and ergo not worth it, because even if you don't die, you fell out of a freaking airplane, and you probably had an anxiety attack. So, good for you. Yes, not worth it, not worth it, not worth it. Okay, what else can't minors do, in my opinion? Get a tattoo? Absolutely not. Again, you don't really have the capacity to make, like, permanent decisions. I'm not even totally sold on the idea of 18-year-olds being able to get tattoos, because it seems like kind of an arbitrary definition of adulthood. I think maybe you should have to pass some, like, adulthood marker. I don't know. Maybe, like, 27. 27 seems like a reasonable age to get your first tattoo. Then you've wanted it for a while. You know it's good. You know you're going to like it. You've probably drawn it on your arm a million times. I don't know. Yes, certainly not under 18 for tattoos. I like tattoos, and I think, I certainly don't have a problem with tattoos. There's 0 micromorts. Maybe half a micromort just from infection and stuff, but not a big deal. So there's no danger to you, but you just don't want to end up with a tattoo you don't like. Like, you don't want to end up with the wrong lady's name tattooed on your chest or whatever. That happened to Tommy Lee, and look where he ended up. You guys don't even know who Tommy Lee is, probably. I don't know where he ended up, but I know a lot of things about him that I wish I didn't know. All right, what's next? Should teenagers be allowed to drink alcohol? I mean, it depends on how you define drink and alcohol. Like, I'm pretty opposed to binge drinking in all contexts. The Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers are back on the field with a devastated-looking Brentford. Cormac McCarthy is the sorry, I'm so distracted. Cormac McCarthy. It's 0-0 at halftime against Yeovil Town. Oh, in fact, you know what, Meredith? Do you believe in magical thinking? Like, sometimes I remember I used to play video games when I was a kid, and I would be like, if I win this video game, I'm going to get an A on that test. Or more commonly, if I win this video game, this girl is going to go out with me. And, like, I would even down to, like, I hate this about myself, but I'm a really superstitious person. And it would even be down to, like, I'm not going to call this girl until I complete this video game-oriented task of, like, then I can be confident in calling her that she'll say yes. And, or, you know, about anything. Like, I don't want to, you know, anyway. I am going to beat Yeovil Town because if I do, I believe that Swindon will win the game today. And then go up to the championship, then go to Wembley to face Yeovil Town, where they will win again, and they will go to the championship. And wouldn't that be amazing? Tiny Swindon Town in the second league of English football. It would just be beautiful. By the way, the Swoodilypoopers are headed to that very league the next season. Okay, so I'm going to win this game. I don't know how, but I'm going to find a way. We got to. Why is the stream stopping? Okay, what else should teenagers not be allowed to do, in my persnickety old person opinion? Alcohol, right. I mean, I don't have a problem with, like, teenagers having a glass of wine with dinner or anything. I don't believe in prohibition. I just don't think that it works very well. But I don't really think that teenagers should be allowed, even under the supervision of their parents, to binge drink, because I think it's really bad for you. And it's particularly bad. There's some research that it's pretty bad for teenage brains. It's the same with marijuana, actually. I have absolutely no problem with people smoking marijuana, but I do think it should be illegal for teenagers because it's bad for you. Like, it's bad for brain development, and you're making long-term decisions about brain development that you aren't really qualified to make because you don't really know much about what the future looks like. I don't know what the future looks like either. The funniest part about this, my tension surrounding the Swindon game, is that this will be uploaded in like a month when all of this will be settled and all of you will know what happened. I mean, insofar as you care about real soccer. Yes, all right. But anyway, when I was at the county ground this year, I kept thinking, like, wouldn't it be amazing if Swindon went up to the championship and next season they were playing teams like, you know, QPR and Crystal Palace. And all right, here we go. Fireball Wilson Groberts with a heck of a run and then a terrible cross. Great run, though. Really proud of him. All right, what's next? Should teenagers be allowed to read 50 Shades of Grey? Sure. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I don't think there's anything. I don't think teenagers read stuff and then think, like, oh, that's the way of the world. Like, I mean, I don't know. This might be too personal, but, like, I certainly read erotica when I was in high school, and much of it, you know, better quality than 50 Shades of Grey, but, like, nothing that was. I don't think it in any way harmed me, and I don't think it really. I think teenagers, I think children in general are really good at self-censoring. Like, they kind of know what works for them. Oh, no, do not call a foul there when there was clearly no foul. All right. What this game needs, this game needs right now John Green and Fitzhall. Actually, it might not need Fitzhall because, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in Fitzhall, but I'm going to put Ginger McShane out there on the left. And then we've got other John Green ready to come on in the event that he is needed. All right, we got 17 minutes to score here. We got to get this done. Meanwhile, in Swindon, still 4-4. The tension is palpable. Blizzard? Meredith, write down Blizzard. I want him. I wish to acquire you, D. Blizzard. His name is Blizzard. He might have even been a ginger. I didn't get a good look. Okay. So, yeah, I just think, like, when it comes to green eggs and Foderingham, everything's fine. Nobody freak out. There we go. Yep. Why not put it in the hands of Bostock, one of the greatest central attacking midfielders of all time? Not a good pass, but otherwise okay. That was James Collins. He's had a, you know, they say he's got a lot of potential. My assistant coaches keep saying that, but I haven't seen the performances. To be fair, I haven't been nice to him, which many of you have pointed out to me. Oh, no! All right. He's actually become Meredith's favorite player because of how mean I am to him, but, like, I don't know. Oh! Fitzy! Oh, he's big, he's small, he's short, he's tall. One size fits all. Come on, get through. That was a little risky. 84 minutes. Come on. Is there anything else that I have to talk about the teenagers should or should not do? Oh, should they make their own medical decisions? Yes. Yeah, I mean, again, though, yes, with some reservations. Like, I think there are probably some medical decisions that they shouldn't be allowed to make. That's an extremely complicated and interesting, like, ethical quandary. Like, but I do think that, you know, you have to empower. I mean, you have to empower teenagers to be able to make basic decisions about their care that they are often denied the opportunity to make because they aren't treated as like fully human. And you have to respect the fact that like someone's brain is developing, but also that they are a complete human being. And sometimes I feel like that's what gets lost in that conversation. And that makes me very sad as someone who has a lot of friends, you know, who are sick teenagers. Okay. No, clearly not. I was clearly trying to pass to Merrick. All right. I'm worried about Swindon because we are again. We did it. We didn't win. Meredith, what happened? It's kind of like they're just sort of inching toward the finish line. Now I'm very worried about what's going to happen in this game because I've jinxed it by failing to beat Yeovil Town. Schmerg! Best wishes.